Hi Tanzila, thank you for ordering the reading. Right now I'm going to check on your mutual energies between you and Daniel, and then we're gonna answer the questions if he's your soulmate and if there is a future together, whether you guys are going to meet. All right, so this will be Daniel's side, this will be your side. Daniel's feelings, Tanzila's feelings, how Daniel sees her, how she sees him, Daniel's intentions, her intentions, Daniel's subconscious desires, her subconscious desires, Daniel's conscious desires, her conscious desires. So let's see what's going on between the two of you here right now. Okay. So both of your feelings right now, how you feel towards each other. You are a little bit in the waiting position. You are kind of suspended. You are thinking about this whole thing. You feel like you're waiting too long. Not quite sure about anything. What he feels is that there is not enough of trust in the relationship. How he sees you and how you see him. He sees you as this very strong, intense personality. You know what you want and you get it. How you see him. You see him as this person who is taking their time, who is very patient, who is very slow in moving a little bit, but at the same time, there is a lot of energy of renewal and happiness within that person, within Daniel. So your subconscious desires, so these desires are the ones that are buried deep down within both of you. His desires are to kind of daydream. He's probably a daydreamer, especially if he's a Gemini. He probably has a lot of choices as well in his life. A relationship right now is probably not his main focus. What is your subconscious telling you? Your subconscious is waiting. It is in kind of like a waiting process, and this is your feeling as well. You're suspended. Your subconscious is wanting to plan something. It wants to start some sort of action. It wants to initiate some course of action and try to find out how to continue, how to go on, which is probably why you ordered the reading. Both of your conscious desires. So his is to be very strong in this situation, to tame the lion, to overcome any obstacles that could be in the way. And that could be in the way, and it's not necessarily in terms of your relationship. I will clarify this later and we'll see what's happening here. Your conscious desire you are not quite sure what you want here. You see this cup of love being offered, but you're not entirely sure about it. You are kind of looking away from it, looking down. You're a little depressed, not sure what is going to happen. So his intentions towards you, there is this passionate beginning that he wants to have with you. So that's probably where the lion comes in. There is this passion, and there is this desire for something new, something different, something exciting. And being a Gemini, he's a very excitable person. Geminis are very interesting. Your desires are to travel. That's your desire, is it to travel and to act and to meet and to get involved. It seems to me that you are a bit in depression about this whole situation, and you are really ready for action, and you're really ready for something new. Mind you, the way you see him, which is this very temperate, reserved, patient person, is not quite what he is himself, and he probably does not let you on just how much he wants some sort of a beginning. All right, let me clarify a few cards here. I want to clarify the Seven of Swords is his feelings towards you. As I said, there is a little bit of a lack of trust there. He feels like there is not enough of trust. Which is, if it's a distance relationship, which it is, if you guys want to meet, as you said, whether we will ever meet, it's normal to have kind of like lack of trust. All right, let's see what's happening here. Ooh. Summon. Let me pick another one. Summon usually refers to appealing to higher powers, to angels, or usually it's angels, your spirit guides, for clarification. But let me see what else they want to tell me. Why is Summon and the Seven of Swords here in terms of his feelings? In terms of Daniel's feelings. A message. So what it tells me is there needs to be a bit more clarification between the two of you of what you both want and what you both feel. There should be a bit more communication in terms of that, without being upset and just taking things for the face value, trying to perceive them and accept them as they are. All right, subconscious feelings. Why is there Seven of Cups here? Subconscious desires. Why is there Seven of Cups here? Subconscious desires. Focus. Okay, so he's not quite focused on... Deep down there, he doesn't quite know what he really wants. It's very deep down, buried inside, where he's still kind of deliberating, and he's probably not quite conscious about it. It's probably like, you know, a feeling that you get sometimes, like a hunch, where you're just like, just something just feels a little odd, and I probably need to take a little bit more time thinking about it. But at the same time, I don't want to think about it because the feeling is not strong enough, because this comes from the subconscious, for me to even pay attention to it. Let's see, why is there strength? Here is his conscious desires. Strength. So he probably disregards what his subconscious is telling him. And he focuses on the strength, his desire for being strong for you, which is a very masculine trait. Strength here. Yeah, there is a desire, a very conscious, strong desire to start something new with you. All right, now I will check whether you guys are soulmates. Are Tanzila and Daniel soulmates? Are they soulmates? Is Daniel's Tanzila's soulmate? Please let me know if Daniel's is Tanzila's soulmate. Interesting card. Yin and Yang. Let me clarify this. Is Daniel Tanzila's soulmate? So there is some kind of soul connection here, but I'm not quite sure whether it's a very high-level soulmate connection. Let's see. Second chakra. Yeah, it's more of a... It's more of an experience, kind of like a karmic connection, an experience connection. So there is something that you guys are supposed to learn from this relationship together, from either a distance relationship or even meeting. There is a strong platonic connection here, and maybe even a sexual connection, but it's more of that rather than anything higher, anything more spiritual and very intense that way. So it's, to me, this looks more like a karmic situation where you guys meet and you learn a certain lesson that comes from your previous lives, something that you did not quite complete in the previous life. One more card for whether Tanzila and Daniel are soulmates. More clarification, please, my dear angels and my guides and my higher self. Okay. Journey. So whether you guys are going to meet, most likely you are. There's this journey. But this also indicates to me that it is a sort of karmic experience and a karmic journey that needs to be completed together in order for the karmic debts to be paid and for the karma to be restored and etc., etc. It's more that kind of the connection, which is a soul connection. It definitely is a soul contract. But it's not that kind of like a higher level of soul connection where you are going through years and years and years of being together and like growing together. So I'm not saying that it might not happen. It always depends on your free will. Free will is the most important part in all of your connections. So any karmic connection can become something way more than just a karmic connection. It all depends on how you perceive it, how you look at it, and what you do about it. Also keeping positive in terms of it. Will Tanzila and Daniel ever meet? Will they be together? Will Tanzila and Daniel ever meet? Tanzila Taurus and Daniel Gemini. Will they ever meet and be together? Please. Will they ever meet? High Priestess of Spirit. So there is a big potential for meeting. There is a big possibility for meeting. Let me clarify. Again, what this card tells me is that it very much depends on your personal free will. But there is like a very big desire to meet here, and there is also a card of journey that came out. Let me see. Communication. You guys need to communicate about it and think of it, of how to go about it, and whether you really want and need to meet. Okay, one more card for are they going to meet? Is there a future together? There is a wall here, so there's a little bit of resistance. So what you guys need to do is communicate. There is a big possibility, there is desire on both of your parts to act. These two cards are action cards. You really, really do want this. There is a little bit of resistance, not quite knowing how to go about it. This requires communication and intense desire on your part. The desire is so important in order to be able to achieve anything. Lots of communication, and this is your karmic connection. I don't see a very strong soul connection here, but it can change based on your free will. And one last card that I'm gonna pull for you. This is like a general card for your connection. Tanzila and Daniel. Faith in the process. There you go. Faith in the process. Thank you so much, Tanzila. I hope this answers your questions. Have a good day.